everybody. Today we are going to start back up. I've been missing for a little while, but today we're going to start back up and I'm going to show you how we drain our hamburger grease. And also we're going to talk about different methods that other people use. There's lots of different ways and you might have a favorite, but I'm going to show you one of my favorite tools that we like to use, as well as just talk about what we should and shouldn't do. To start with, I thought I would let you know what's happened to me the last few months. I know I had started this YouTube channel and then I said I was going to start doing videos a couple times a week, and then it ended up that we had to move, and so our life has gotten a little bit crazy. We moved in January and we've been remodeling the old house ever since that time, so I had to take a little bit of time off. Took it off from my blog sidetracksarah.com, as well as from doing more YouTube channels. But now that it's summertime, we got moved. We finally listed the house for sale, yes, this past week, and so we are ready to get back going with more of the food content that we've been doing on the slow cooker and Instant Pot meals, as well as some other things too. So you will notice I'm in a new kitchen. I have been in this kitchen one other time, but because it is actually, we bought my mom and dad's house. My parents, they're in their mid to upper 70s, and my dad has developed dementia, and so we bought their house and they built a house right behind ours so that we'll be really close and we can help take care of them. So that's been an adjustment too, just the little things of going back and forth over there, trying to help when we can, but they don't need a lot of help yet. So, and trying to keep our stuff out of their way, because we all share the same property. Not the same house, thankfully, but we share yards and all that. So it's been an adjustment for everyone, and I'm sure it will continue to be an adjustment, but I'm so glad that we were able to do that and to get closer to them so that we can help anytime that they need help. In addition, my 102-year-old grandfather is still living, and so we've been, my mom has been spending a lot of time over there, and I'm working on being able to do more of that as well, because that has also been hard for my parents. So anyway, enough on that. So let's talk about grease. Everybody loves hamburger grease, right? So through the years, I kind of adjusted how I have drained hamburger grease. But I remember one time being at my sister's house, and she turned on the hot water and she just drained it down the drain, and my eyes got really big. I'm like, what are you doing? That's gonna clog the pipes. And she's like, no, it won't, because of the hot water. And I was like, I still think that it might. And while we were there, it actually clogged the pipes. So I thought that was kind of funny. So I'm working on the first batch of meat. I'm going to be browning up a bunch of meat where I'm going to do a video for J. Morrell Stewart's Large Family Table. She has a membership over there. So I'm doing a dump and go ground beef dinners for her, and I'll link over to her channel. But anyway, I'm trying to get all this ground beef cooked up so that I can just have a quick meal assembly for dump and go freezer to Instant Pot ground beef meals. First though, I wanted to show you our new kitchen. So it's a little different design than our last one. You can see I've got a line of cabinets there, and you kind of see into the living room over there. We're not done designing anything yet. You can kind of see where our refrigerator was supposed to be, but it doesn't fit. So we kind of made it our trash and water thing. And our refrigerator is in this room over here where our pantry is, and that's our laundry room. Let's see. It probably needs to be cleaned, but so our refrigerator's over there and pantry is right here. So anyway, and laundry over there. That door is gonna just close again. But anyway, now back to over here. So originally we were thinking we would build some cabinets right here, probably maybe make a pantry in the kitchen. And then we also kind of wanted to do some cabinets right here with some uppers. And then also we kind of wanted a coffee bar right there. This is just a movable island that that we can move anywhere we want in the kitchen. But I actually don't mind that there. I kind of don't mind this buffet here now either. I thought I would like it worse. My mom at one time had a table right here underneath this ceiling fan, and that worked pretty well, but eventually she moved it in there into that room, which is now my office. So anyway, our table is just the dining room table, so we're not ever going to put one in here unless all the kids are gone, you know. And currently our coffee is just right there, but I wouldn't mind it being over there. We're not sure yet. For now, we're just going to leave it just how she had it because it's more functional than I actually expected. So changes are coming. And if you notice that our signs, our pictures, we have 2 pictures up and they're obviously not centered, and I do realize it, and I'm just going to leave it for now because we just threw them on the nails that she had up. So we still have to go through and redo all of our pictures and everything like that. So anyway, there's our quick kitchen view, and there will be more decorations and things to come very soon on that. This meat is looking about ready. You can see the grease in there. It's not overly greasy meat, but it's still enough where I wouldn't want to mix it into my food. One of the methods that I've used over the years is I always push my meat that direction. Try not to move the camera too much. I push it into half of the skillet, like that. And then I'm going to get a can to tip it up so we can scoop out the grease. So I get this can right here, and I kind of make an incline so that all the grease runs down this direction, and then I can scoop it out. Takes a little bit, and if I had 2 hands, I would be pushing down on this to get as much of it out as I could. But since I'm holding the camera with one, it's not gonna work yet. But anyway, so then once that's out, you can get a spoon and spoon it into a cup or something, and that works. My absolute favorite though is using this Easy Greasy colander. It comes from Amazon like this. The bowl is inside. It's a 3-piece set. It's got a bowl like that that the colander sets on top of like that, and then you can drain the grease into the bowl and set it on top, and all of it is dishwasher safe. So it's really handy. I'll show you how I do that in just a second. So this one's a little trickier because I like to use my cast iron skillet, so it's heavier. So I could spoon it out into here, or I can just dump it, but I chose to dump. And then what I do, so it's all in there, and I press it down to get as much of the grease out as possible. And if you really don't like grease, I know some people like it for taste and other people don't like it because of the fat. If you don't like it, you can even rinse your meat off with this. Okay, so my meat isn't overly greasy today. Sometimes this is an 80-20 mixture, and you can see it doesn't have a ton in there, but there's enough in there that I wouldn't want to leave it in. When I get the 73% meat, that is more than half full typically. I would never want to put that much in. But so once I let that harden, I can just scoop it into the trash. You can see it's still kind of dripping a little bit. And then the whole thing goes in the dishwasher, and you're good to go. Another way to take care of the grease is just to use paper towels to sop it up. That works pretty well when you don't have a lot. See, we could just sop most of this up because there's not that much. But if you go over here to where it was over here, and if this is the hardened grease in the Easy Greasy, if there was that much, I wouldn't want to soak that much grease up in my paper towels. But this way, I don't mind this so much. So that's another option. Now, sometimes before this grease gets to the point where it's hardened, we'll pour it into an empty can that we were cooking with and let it harden in the can. That way then we can just throw the can away. Another idea would be to put some foil on the bottom of this bowl, or you could always put a bag in the bottom. But honestly, it's not at all hard to just scoop that right into the trash and it doesn't make a mess at all. Thank you so much for joining me on this ground beef draining video. If you have any other ideas of how you would like to, how you prefer to drain your ground beef grease, please leave me a comment below and I would love to hear about them. Also, for more ground beef recipes, I'm going to post some I'll post some right up here and also in the show notes. So or maybe I should say down in the comments below. So I hope that you have a great week, and until next time.